Good evening, and welcome to the Plattsburgh High School graduation ceremony for the class of 2022. Let's give them a round of applause. This is an important day for our graduates, their families, their friends, and all of the faculty and staff in the Plattsburgh City School District. Please stand and remain standing for both the Pledge of Allegiance and the singing of our national anthem. At this time, we'd like to recognize our graduates entering our military. I believe we have 5 seniors who are entering our military. Can you wave your hands so we can see you? The Pledge of Allegiance will be led by Hayden Colburn and Jake Kennedy. Come on up.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Next, the Star-Spangled Banner will be sung by senior members of the Plattsburgh High School Select Vocal Ensemble. Tabitha Batu-Tiako, Michelle Germain, Olivia Hovis, Marley Ein, Trinity Middlemas, and Ali Taitanen Gordon.
Each of those students has performed the national anthem for you previously, but this was their last time doing so as Hornets. Another round of applause for them. Please be seated. Welcome parents, welcome family members, welcome faculty and staff, welcome all guests. And of course, welcome to you, you imminent graduates, you Plattsburgh High School class of 2022. Before offering our graduates some parting insights and well wishes, there are some important recognitions to be made. First, graduates will note that many of their faculty and staff are gathered here tonight. None of them is required to be here. They're here because they care about you and they're proud of you. They have been your partners in this accomplishment, which we're assembled here to celebrate. I invite you to join me in recognizing their efforts and accomplishments. Right now, in the twilight of your public school careers, you may be reflecting on the magnitude of what you've accomplished and how onerous it was. And you are correct in thinking this. What you likely don't yet fully appreciate, however, is how very much more onerous parenting is. Parenting is hard. It's really, really hard. Your parents have suffered, struggled, succeeded, and rejoiced with you at every stage of your lives. And tonight, as you celebrate one of your biggest accomplishments to date, I ask that you join me in celebrating the people seated behind you, because that's where they've always been, right behind you. Good work, moms and dads. There are only so many ways to say go forth and conquer, and our student speakers will surely do so better than I possibly could. So I will simply share with you tonight my most concise thoughts about where you've been and where you're headed. COVID dealt you a raw deal. There's no sugarcoating the fact that you've been robbed of many experiences which you deserved. There's nothing we can do about that, and if you're bitter, you have absolute right to be so. But as unpleasant in this moment as that might be, I submit to you all that there are nonetheless better for the experience. What will endure from the past few challenging years is the resilience which you each so painfully earned. I believe, as we release you into the world, that you may be the strongest class of Hornet graduates since the World War II era, because you were hardened in the most undesirable of crucibles, the global pandemic. It's a lousy way to get to this place of strength, but I predict that the fortitude which circumstances forced you to develop will serve you very well in your adult lives. Those lives, for some of you, will play out far away from our fair lake city of Plattsburgh. For those of you who will soon move to other places, you should know that Plattsburgh High School graduates are inferior to no one. As you integrate with people from other places, please know that you are as prepared to succeed as any of them. I know this to be true because your forebearers, Hornet graduates from years and generations past, currently serve at the pinnacle of all industries in all places. The only difference between you and them is time. You are as prepared as they were at their graduations, and I hope you'll move forward with the confidence of that knowledge. For those whose futures lies here in our area, this phenomenon is even more obvious. Hornet alumni are your local doctors, nurses, lawyers, mayor, coaches, business owners, and to an impressive degree, your teachers. As youth, we've allowed you to be fairly passive members of our community. But as adults, and what's more, as adults who graduated from this exceptional school district, we now need your active leadership. Speaking to you as someone from an older generation, I can tell you that my peers and I are eager to yield to you. We covet your transition from our community's students and youth to our neighbors, friends, and leaders. We gladly and confidently offer you the reins. We're not just proud of you, we're excited for you. You've earned today's accolades. We hope that you're equally excited and proud of yourselves. At this time, I invite those members of the senior class who will be performing home to join Mr. Verity to my left. These are the senior members of the PHS Mixed Chorus who will be performing for you as students one last time. They will be accompanied on the piano by your classmate, Ella Mansfield. Please help me welcome these student performers. Test. A very special song performed wonderfully and a wonderful culmination to their school musical careers again. The Rainbow Award recognizes seniors who have maintained a 94.5 or higher cumulative average throughout their high school careers. I ask that as I read your name, you stand, remain standing, and allow us to celebrate you at the end as a group. Alphabetically, Tessa Bonabess, Lily Claremont, Rebecca Corson, Madeline Fuller, Michelle Germain, Colin Golden, Olivia Gottschall, Archita Jane, Jackson Kane, Demi Kelahananui, Ryan King, Andrew Knowles, Ella Mansfield, Olivia Novachelski, Allison Silver, Siri Sorensen, Ailey Tettinen Gordon, Diki Wongchuk, Emma Whalen, Anais Yayawi, Irina Zhang. Your Rainbow Award recipients, congratulations. We'll now recognize the top 10% students of this year's graduating class. They are, and I again ask that you stand and remain standing, and these are listed in ascending order. Demi Kelihananui, Elaine Liu, Ailey Tettinen Gordon, Jackson Kane, Colin Golden, Diki Wongchuk, Andrew Knowles, Ella Mansfield, Madeline Fuller, Ryan King, Anais Yayawi, Irina Zhang, Archita Jane, Allison Silver, Michelle Germain, and Rebecca Corson. Your top 10%. Well done. Some years, but not all, the graduating class nominates a senior speaker to join the Salutatorian and Valedictorian in sharing their thoughts. This is one such year. I am delighted to introduce this year's senior speaker, Andrew Knowles.
Thank you, Mr. LeBron, and thank you to the students, teachers, parents, and staff who helped make these 4 years everything that they were. Today is a day where we close a chapter of our lives, a day of celebration, a day of commemoration, and a day of appreciation for the memories we have all created leading up to this monumental day. The previous chapters of our lives have all led up to this day, graduation from high school. Throughout our experience at PHS, we have faced hardships, we have faced triumphs, and we have even faced Kelson, fully dressed as Shrek, singing an all-star on top of a lunch table. Through these times, we have had to overcome a lot of things, from coming in as freshmen with our thumbs in our mouths, scared, but excited to see what is to come, to our sophomore year, being cut short due to obvious reasons, to our junior year, kind of back to school, but not really, and finally, our senior year, one of a return to normalcy, a return to the great experiences that were afforded to us. Our experiences all tie in to one of the lessons I want to give in this speech, overcoming adversity. Adversity is something we have all experienced, whether it is not getting the grade you want on a test, losing in a sport, or, especially for me, getting rejected from your dream school. Adversity is something that can be scary. Nobody wants to go through times of struggle, times where you believe that nothing can get better, times where you feel like you downright fail. But those times within your chapters are something you must take head on. Be like a bull when they see the color red, because the hardest times bring up the greatest lessons and the greatest people. As best said by Roy T. Bennett, your hardest times often lead to the greatest moments in your life. Keep going. Tough situations build strong people in the end. Adversity is truly what shapes people into being great. Take, for example, some successful people. Elon Musk. His company, Tesla, almost went bankrupt on Christmas Eve of 2008. The company fought through that adversity and is now the largest electric automobile manufacturer in the world. Michael Jordan, arguably the greatest basketball player ever, was cut from the varsity basketball team during his sophomore year. And Jordan credits that to his success. As he said, it all started when Coach Pop Herring cut me. Jordan being cut, fighting through the adversity given to him, led to probably the most successful basketball player of all time. Well, we may not all be the next Michael Jordan or Elon Musk. We use their stories as a lesson that adversity, those hard times, bring about the best you can be. Your best for not only yourself, but for others around you. That leads into my second lesson, to have compassion for others. Showing compassion and giving your attention to another, whether it is something small, like holding a door for someone, or saying hello in the morning, it means a lot. Showing appreciation and compassion to other people will lead to many, many more positive impacts on yourself, along with those others. I have felt this multiple times through my community service, where I was taught that the best person you can be is one who can brighten up someone else's day, whether it is through giving someone something or just your presence. If you can better someone else's day, you have done your job well. If you approach and interact with others using kindness, compassion, and happiness, your relationships, friendships, and bonds together will grow and grow and grow, to the point where your support systems are stronger than those of the Golden Gate Bridge. As the old saying goes, what goes around comes around. And when you show compassion and love to others, you will get it back in return. Through these lessons, you will become the person that you strive to be, the best version of yourself, the graduate that you see today. Take the great moments like today in, and know what brought up the person that you see today. One who will celebrate this triumph today and work hard to create greater triumphs as they advance into the upcoming chapters in their lives. One who will take adversity head on and fight like they are Muhammad Ali. And finally, one whose impact on others is substantial and appreciable. Once again, I would like to say thank you to everyone here today, from our teachers, parents, and role models, to our fellow graduates, whom I would like to all call my great friends, for helping create and sculpt all of the moments, lessons, triumphs, and memories that helped us all evolve to the people we are today and will be in the next chapters of our lives. Thank you.
Hey, Drew, great job. Great job. Being the academic leaders of a distinguished class such as yours is no small feat. The first such leader that we're going to hear from this evening, your class salutatorian, Michelle Germain.
Good evening to the class of 2022 and to all in attendance this evening. On behalf of my classmates, I would like to express our gratitude to all who have made this very important day in our lives special. A very sincere appreciation is extended to members of the Board of Education, administrators, our teachers, families, and friends. I would not have made it without the endless support of my loved ones, and I am sure that this is true for all of us graduating today. It is hard to believe that this is our last time together as the class of 2022. I suspect that our lives are about to change dramatically. Our lives have always been evolving. Just think of all the changes we have been through in our school over the past 13 years. Think of all the adjustments that have been made, especially in the last few years with the pandemic. We started high school as 13 and 14-year-olds and are leaving as young adults with much more knowledge, many more life skills, and bright futures ahead of us. This is just a sample of the changes we will witness in the future as we continue to grow. Please recognize how proud each and every person here today is for all of us for completing such a long and difficult task. Having worked for 13 years just for this moment, it is hard to ignore the determination, perseverance, patience, and hard work of every graduate. Today, I would like to share a short story with you that carries a huge message for all of us. To set the scene, I would like you to imagine an elephant camp at a large circus. When walking through the elephant camp, a man noticed that the elephants were only secured with a small rope that was tied around one ankle. He wondered why the elephants didn't break free from the ropes, as they were certainly able to do so. He was very puzzled. He finally asked the trainer why they didn't try to break free. The trainer responded by saying that they used the same size rope for baby elephants all the way up through adulthood. Because they are too small when they are babies to break free from the rope, they grow up being conditioned to think that the rope is stronger than they are. As adults, they believe the rope can still hold them, so they do not try to break free. The man looked at the elephants with total amazement. The elephants in this case are experiencing learned helplessness. These elephants are living with a fixed mindset that the ropes cannot be broken. What is this lesson for us? If you go through life thinking that you can't do something just because of past conditioning, past failures, and the negative opinions that you hear around you, then you are living with a fixed mindset. The small rope can be compared to these conditionings, failures, and the negative opinions of other people. These can drastically restrict you from expanding, growing, and realizing your full potential. Do not let other people tell you that you can't do something. Do not allow yourself to think that what other people think of you is more important than what you think of yourself. Do not give anybody that kind of power and control over you. It is just as restrictive as the small rope was to the elephants. Dr. Wayne Dyer, the father of motivation, has written over 40 books and has delivered hundreds of inspirational speeches and seminars throughout the world. He feels that this message is the most important message that he has ever given to people. He has also stated that only 2% of people have succeeded in breaking free from their rope, and 98% have failed to do so. It is not easy to break loose of that kind of restricting mindset. I urge you to join that 2%. When you truly believe that you can do something, It will happen, regardless of how tedious and challenging it may be. I certainly hope that this invaluable message will make a difference for you. I encourage each of you to follow your dreams and not to let anyone tell you that those dreams are impossible. You are the deciding factor of whether or not your dreams can come true. Ultimately, you are in charge of your life and the decisions that you make. Please close your eyes for a moment and visualize a small rope restricting a 10,000-pound elephant. The rope size is similar to that of the rope that I am holding in my hand. I will end by asking you to ponder this question. What ropes are holding you back? Remember, when you change the way that you look at things, the things that you look at change. Your attitude is everything. Congratulations to each and every one of you, and my best wishes for a life full of happiness and success. Good luck to you all, and thank you for all of the memories.
Michelle, that's excellent. Your Plattsburgh High School class of 2022 valedictorian, Rebecca Corson.
Thank you to everyone for being here to celebrate the class of 22. It is an honor to receive the title of valedictorian. I have worked hard to achieve this. However, I stand before all of you today as just one person. What you do not see are the people who helped me get here. So although only one individual accepts this award, I can assure you this was not a one-man job. I believe success is largely attributed to the people you have in your lives, your support system. I was fortunate enough to have some of the best people I could ask for in mine. So I'd like to give credit where credit is due and start off with some thank yous. Thank you to Colin for competing against me with academic grades and everything else for that matter, since we first became best friends in Mrs. Jackson's 4th grade class. You may have beaten me in Mad Minute Math and became a fast fact champion before me, but I won't dwell on my losses against you because it looks like I ultimately came out on top. To Olivia, for showing up in my driveway each morning 10 minutes early, already calculating in the fact that it would take me at least 5 minutes before I got out of my house and into the car, always managing to get us to school on time. You were the sole reason I wasn't late to school every single day this year. And on the days Olivia couldn't bring me, thank you to the morning door people who let me in as I sprinted up to the school, disheveled, with 3 bags hanging off my shoulder, stack of papers in hand, 30 seconds after the bell rang. A special shout out to all the teachers I've had during my time here at Plattsburgh High School. You have done everything from teaching us from your living rooms, to chaperoning kids around the world, to putting up with my pestering questions after school. And my sincerest apologies for any team notifications you may receive from me at 3 in the morning. These are, as you know, my prime working hours. To all the poor Regents exam proctors over the years who have had to suffer in silence, trapped in a room for 6 hours watching me take a test. You are doing God's work. To my mom, for the many late nights helping me edit essays or reteaching me calculus when she had plenty of her own work to be doing. For months, her weekends consisted only of helping me reach deadlines for college applications and scholarships, and for this, I am forever grateful. And to my dad, for taking me on road trips to see colleges across the country, always encouraging me to dream big and do what makes me the happiest. These acknowledgments hardly begin to scratch the surface of my gratitude for the number of people who have positively impacted me at PHS, especially my classmates. I've enjoyed working side by side with you in the classrooms, participating in clubs, competing together in sports, and cheering PHS on in the bleachers. I've met so many amazing and kind people that have changed my life for the better, even if it was just a friendly smile and wave as we passed each other in the hallways. And while considered a prestigious award, it is important to acknowledge that the designation of valedictorian is based solely on one's GPA. However, success is measured in a variety of ways. So many of you are deserving of commendation for your achievements, whether for the arts, scientific innovation, community service, athletics, friendships, or kindness. Everyone should celebrate their own unique successes. When we take all these individual accomplishments together, it is clear that we, as a class, have much to be proud of, despite the fact our path was anything but traditional. Our high school years started off as planned. Freshman year, all the essentials were hit. Sit in the nosebleed seats of the bleachers at football games, check. Have seniors chant "Go Home Freshmen" at the pep rallies, check. Learning the hard way that no matter how many events you win at Mini Olympics, seniors will always be given first place, check. The rites of passage every PHS student goes through had been completed. The next year came around and things were good. We were all moving up in the world, sophomores. Just like ninth graders, but with higher expectations from teachers and our own dance, or so we thought. March 13th, the day of sophomore hop, is when everything suddenly veered off course. The pandemic struck, and well, we all know how that goes. The end of our sophomore year through junior year is all one blurred mess. Through COVID, we were forced to adapt the way we learned and socialized with classmates and teachers. This entailed fake punching each other through Zoom camera boxes, figuring out how to make yourself lunch through the middle of class, meeting each other's pets as they walked in front of our computer screens, and mastering the art of acting frozen on screen when called on. We have definitely gained some interesting skills. And although we did our best to adjust, we were still itching for things to go back to normal. I think our desire for a traditional senior year made our bond as a class even stronger once finally back in person. Everyone came together to cheer on our teams at games again. The school held the long-awaited concerts and musical. And for us seniors, there was the fabled World War II trials, courtyard spike ball, that is before Peter launched the ball on the roof, and senior picnic and banquet. Things that made us a community and gave us a senior year that my middle school self had always dreamed of. I will probably only remember 20% of everything I have learned here in the classrooms of Plattsburgh High School. However, I will never forget the people who made coming here each and every day for 4 years something I looked forward to. The support of teachers and coaches and the friendships I made along the way are the things that I will remember when I look back on my days at PHS. For as long as I live, I will bleed orange, unless, of course, it is game day against Clemson. Roll Tide. One last time, the class of 22, let's go Hornets! Thank you.
Let's give another round of applause for our student speakers. Awesome job. Let's just say I took some notes. All right, to the graduating class of 2022, this moment is a huge accomplishment and a major milestone in your life. You all should be very proud. You have been challenged in a way that makes your story in achieving this milestone so unique. I have two main points I'd like to share with you on your special day. First, I'd like to just say these 4 words: You are worth it. Can everybody say that with me? Ready? You are worth it. Know you are capable of achieving anything you set your mind to. Let this achievement remind you of that. The world can be hard and unkind at times, and I believe it is important for you graduates to believe in yourself and to know your worth. So when times are tough, you push through, you climb, and you prevail, and you come out of the tough times stronger. Secondly, I'd like to take this time to break down a powerful message behind the word success. As I break down this word, letter by letter, let the true meaning of success resonate with you as you embark on the next chapter of your story. S, see your goal. It's important to have goals and dreams that you see yourself achieving. Create that vision for yourself and know you can become that and achieve anything you set your mind to. Some advice, create small benchmarks. By creating those benchmarks, it will help you and remind you of getting closer to reaching to your goals and not make you feel so far away. You understand the obstacles. With great success comes adversity. There will be moments in your life when it will not be easy and obstacles will be thrown at you. Don't ever run from them. Take a deep breath, remind yourself of your worth, and step through the obstacle one step at a time. C, create a positive mental picture. Your mental health is so important. Don't ever let anyone judge you for taking care of that. Find what works for you to create a positive headspace for when those moments get tough. This would allow you to step through those obstacles successfully. C, clear your mind of self-doubt. As we all said together, you are worth it. Don't ever let anybody tell you or your own self that you can't. E, embrace the challenge. You will have moments where it may get hard. You may fail, misstep in your story. And guess what? That is okay. It is a huge part in becoming successful. It is through those challenges or failures where you gain some of life's most valuable lessons. And it's your responsibility to not only learn from them, but to apply them. S, stay on track. Don't let anyone or anything distract you from your goals. Please, 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 no petty drama. No person telling you that you're not good enough or not qualified. Stay focused. And the last letter, S, show the world you can do it. Now more than ever, we need you. This world needs you. We need your voices, your talents, and your skills in order to strengthen our communities and make this world a better place. For some of you, life may not have been fair. And yes, like I mentioned before, the world can be hard and unkind at times. But it's important for me to tell you that you are the author to your own story. The pen is yours. Never let anyone take that pen away from you in telling your story. It is your uniqueness, your challenges, your successes, your teachers, your family, and your loved ones who have helped and contributed to each and every one of your stories. So please, continue into this next chapter with the pen in your hand, living your life, creating the best story possible. Congratulations on this major accomplishment. Understand that you are valuable and have lots to offer this world, and most importantly, know you are worth it. We will now be presenting diplomas to members of the senior class. What we've all been waiting for. We have Pat Hendrick Photography, who will take photographs of each graduate with their diploma before they exit the stage. These photos will be available to download for free shortly after the ceremony. Please see your program for website information, as well as your emails, where we will send website information. Each member of the senior class will be called, and they will come up to the tables in front of me and get their diploma cover and have their picture taken by our photographer. Come on, y'all, let's go. Come on up. Congratulations to Rebecca Corson, recognizing her parents, Jim and Margaret Corson. Michelle Germain, recognizing Brent and Jacqueline Germain. Drew Knowles, recognizing Rob and Nicole Knowles. Good job, bud. Solon Rabidou Morse, recognizing Dorian Morse and Michelle Smith. Allison Silver, recognizing Jill and Seth Silver. Samuel de Grand Prix, recognizing Chris and Amanda de Grand Prix. Lucas Gorlitz. David and Elizabeth Corrier. Jake Kennedy, recognizing Carolyn and John Kennedy. Oh, I got a little ahead of myself. I'm sorry. All right. Giuseppina Galicchio, recognizing Biagio and Cynthia Galicchio. Alexandria Armstrong, recognizing Heather Armstrong, Mike Polis, and Mark Armstrong. Kennedy Baker, recognizing Lisa Baker and Christopher Baker. Lauren Baker, recognizing Amy Brewster and Jim Baker. Jonah Baker Flora. Jonah! Recognizing Lindsay Flora and Richard Flora. Tabitha Batu Tiaku, recognizing Lumba Kwanda Dove. That's right. All right, we have Audrey Bilo, recognizing Andy and Kelly Bilo. Nice job. Brandon Blanchard, recognizing Patricia Blanchard and David Mason. Hunter Bodway, recognizing Amberlyn McConey and Bill McConey. Tessa Bonabest, recognizing Terry Bonabest and Tanya Bonabest. Ben Bordeaux, recognizing Mike Bordeaux and Mandy Moore. Jada Bouye. Laura Brandmeier, recognizing Tanya Brandmeier and Edward Brandmeier. Kimaya Briette, recognizing Todd Briette. Savannah Brielle, recognizing Jessica Mitchell Brielle and Brian Dominic. Jaslyn Brooks, recognizing Paula and Jeremiah Brooks. Kiera Brooks, congrats. Elise Brusso, recognizing Zitra Brusso and George Brusso. Phoebe Brusso, recognizing George Brusso and Zitra Brusso. Nick Bula, recognizing Vlad Bula and Leanne Bula. Angeline Bullis, recognizing Michelle Bullis. Sophie Bordeaux, recognizing Nikki and Kyle Bordeaux. Leighton Birkland, recognizing Glenn and Darlene Birkland. Ty Calkins, recognizing Katie and Rob Calkins. Christine Cantwell, recognizing Lori and Rich Cantwell. Hayden Karen, recognizing Tucker Karen and Shauna Flanders. Thomas Karen, recognizing Kristen Karen. Alexander Cisse, recognizing Dauda Cisse and Angie Benavides. Lily Claremont, recognizing Maggie and Daniel Claremont. Hayden Colburn, recognizing Jessica and Chad Colburn. Nice. Landon Kuhn, recognizing Frank Kuhn and Kim Kuhn. Gianna Corrier, recognizing Rebecca and John Corrier. Allison Crahan, recognizing Beth Crahan and Corey Crahan. Cassie Creeley, recognizing Heather and Thomas Creeley. Dylan Crowley Williams, recognizing Noel Crowley Williams and Mike Williams. Congrats. McKaylee Cunyo, thank you. Congratulations. Ethan Day, recognizing Garrett and Karen Day. Caden Davis, recognizing Peggy Davis. There you go, Caden. Victoria Davis, recognizing Sherry Adams and Robert Davis. Amelia D. Dominicus, recognizing Willow Nolland and Paul D. Dominicus. Jacob Defiant, recognizing Janine Defiant and Mike Defiant. Hector Delgado, recognizing Heather Edson. Sina Demir, recognizing Mustafa and Zahir Demir. Congrats. Aiden Dunna, recognizing Jeannie Covey and Andrew Bailey. Jay Drolette, recognizing Nick Drolette and Mandy Mangum. Boston Duquette, recognizing Gary and Sarah Duquette. Alex Duval, recognizing Michelle Duval and Greg Duval. Destiny Edmonds, recognizing Amanda O'Connell. Adam El-Shafei, recognizing Lemya Ali and Hefni El-Shafei. Tyler Eero, recognizing Stephen and Stephanie Eero. Cole Facto, recognizing Christy and Jared Facto. Roswell Fawcett IV, recognizing Roswell Fawcett III and Heidi Canada. Justina Fessler Todd, recognizing Melinda and Joshua Todd. Catherine Fry, recognizing Ellen Fry Cummins and Richard Cummins. Madeline Fuller, recognizing Belinda Robertson and Ronald Fuller. Landon Gares, recognizing Joey Gares and Amanda Kresge. Hannah Giroux, recognizing Jennifer Giroux and Steve Pitts. Raylyn Giroux, recognizing Richard Giroux and Tracy Giroux. Colin Golden, recognizing Josh Golden and Rita Gettys. Nice. Jermaine Gonzalez, recognizing Eileen Gonzalez, Angel Quinones, and Elizabeth Gonzalez. Miguel Gonzalez Ruiz, recognizing Derixa James. Olivia Gotcho, recognizing Michelle and Rich Gotcho. Niall Graham, recognizing Harold and Josephine Graham and Aaron Dio. Harley Graham, recognizing Hillary Adelman. Alman. Thank you. Brianna May Gerard, recognizing Darlene and Daniel Gerard and Chancellor Forge. Jervon Hampton, recognizing Daryl and Francine Hampton. Mackenzie Hendry, recognizing Kristen Huggins, Robert Hendry, and Jen Hendry. Olivia Hovis, recognizing Paul Hovis and Deb Roscoe.
Well done.
Emma Hines Hiltz, recognizing Carrie Hines and Derek Hiltz. Marley Ein, recognizing Justin and Sophie Ein.
Well done.
Ben Inslee, recognizing Kathleen and Alex Inslee.
Well done, Ben. Good job.
Archita Jane, recognizing Monica Jane and Anish Jane. Hayden Jandro, recognizing Jamie Jandro and Travis Lamica. Annie Johnson, recognizing Tashi Davis and Sabrina Johnson. Jackson Kane, recognizing Jeremy and Karen Kane. Demi Kalihanui, Dana Brassard, and Joseph Kalihanui. Carter King, recognizing Jen and Craig King. Ryan King, recognizing Jen and Craig King. Dennis King, recognizing Dennis King Sr. and Anne-Marie King. Congrats, bud. Congrats. Raphael John Koval, recognizing John and Sophia Koval. Ryan LeBounty, recognizing Kelly and Rich LeBounty. Braden Ledoux, recognizing Christina Light. Rhiannon Lapointe, recognizing Mark Lapointe, Rosa Dreslinski, Amy Dreslinski, and Roberta Young. Hunter Larrivee, recognizing Michael Larrivee and Nicole Larrivee. Aiden Lavarnway, recognizing Jesse Lavarnway and Casey Atkinson. Leanna Lavoy, recognizing Aaron Myers and Jonathan Lavoy. Bryn Lawless, recognizing Abigail Huckaba and Scott Lawless. Nice job, bud. Zachariah Lermanu, recognizing Jennifer Landsman and Sean Lermanu. Elaine Liu, recognizing Jin Liu and Xiaoling Chen. Brianna Lucia, recognizing Nicole Lucia. Logan Lucier, recognizing Steve Lucier and Cheryl Carcetti. Ivy McGish, recognizing Krista Moore and Danielle Bishop. Olivier Maher, recognizing Steve Maher and Maria Schmeigel. Sky Malave, recognizing Georgina Williams. Ella Mansfield, recognizing Wendy Brady and Steve Mansfield. Congrats, bud. Kelson Kern Marone, recognizing Karen and Jared Marone. Brady McCarty, recognizing Sarah and Nathan McCarty. Braden McGinnis, recognizing Ann Wintercorn and Kay McGinnis. Trinity Middle Miss, recognizing Jessica and Warren Middle Miss. TJ Mills, recognizing Joyce and Eric Mills. Nelijah Elise Moore, recognizing Heather Edson and Kelsey Martin. Ethan Mulholland, recognizing John and Kathy Mulholland. Corbin Murray, recognizing Jared Murray and Natasha Earn. Quentin Neal, recognizing Shanna Johnson and Jamal Johnson. Good job, Q. Lane Neary, recognizing Julia Ashline and Michael Neary. Jordan Nyson, recognizing Lisa Nyson and Thomas Nyson. Olivia Novoselsky, recognizing Simon Novoselsky and Monica Zimna. Ellie O'Neill, recognizing Rebecca and Pat O'Neill. Nathaniel Ortiz, recognizing Carmen Melendez. Griffin Ovios, recognizing Jen and Aaron Ovios. Ashley Lynn Perry, recognizing Kelly and Mark Perry. Adam Plaza, recognizing Dubravna Plaza and John Plaza. Taylor Provost, recognizing Mandy Provost. Alexis Rabidou, recognizing Megan Maroney and Wayne Henry. Kendall Rabidou, recognizing Bambi Tice and Joseph Rabidou. Ryan Recor, recognizing Mark Recor and Laura Parks. Jaylyn Reeblin, recognizing Danielle Reeblin. Jason Sackett, recognizing Jason and Jamie Sackett. Alice Saliba, recognizing Jocelyn and Talal Saliba. Angelina Sampson, recognizing Christy and Tom Sampson. William Satish Kumar, recognizing Mercy Satish Kumar and Satish Kumar Anna Chomi. Connor Savage, recognizing Christina and Scott Savage. Brody Savastano, recognizing Cami Savastano and Nancy Gerard. Ashaya Scott, recognizing Bonnie Osborne and the late Mindy Osborne. Corey Seeger, recognizing Nicole and Marcus Seeger. Caitlin Senecal, recognizing Jonisa Bombard Senecal. Jada Simmons, recognizing Haley Sunwall and Sean Simmons. Abigail Siskavage, recognizing Jamie Siskavage and Michael Musso. Brianna Slater, recognizing Cheryl Miller, David Slater, and Megan Slater. Lily Snide, recognizing Christy Ziemba and Kelly Snide. Deep breath. Siri Sorensen. Congratulating Lee and Jen Sorensen. Valerie Stacy Patry, recognizing Emily Stacy. Frank Stafford, recognizing Nicole Stafford and Frank Stafford Jr. Charlotte Steria, recognizing Sarah Hoffman, Rob Hoffman, and Dean Steria. Eileen Taitanen Gordon, recognizing Irma Taitanen and Daniel Gordon. Cheyenne Thompson, recognizing Lori Thompson and Stephanie Shawn Davies. That's fun. You too, bud. Braden Trombley, recognizing Dale Trombley and Bobby Johnson. Tasharia Rochelle Truesdale Pizarro, recognizing Torrance Truesdale and Christina Pizarro. Ethan Tuller, recognizing Felix Tuller and Rachel Tuller. Amanda Vaughn, recognizing Gary and Michelle Vaughn. Diki Wan Chuk, recognizing Deecher and Denchu Wangchuk. Anthony Watson, recognizing Crystal Lee and Gary Tuno. Keaton Watson, recognizing Chris Watson and Amy Douglas. Chantel Wells, recognizing Jennifer Dumas and Robbie Wells. Emma Whalen, recognizing Laura Whalen and John Whalen. Malachi Williker, recognizing Carrie Bennett and Odine Bennett. Emily Winternet, recognizing Sarah Winternet and James Taylor. A little bit. Peter Wiley, recognizing Andrew and Natalie Wiley. Anais Yayawi, recognizing Fareed and Hafida Yayawi. Mason Zales, recognizing Carrie and Howard Zales. Irina Zhang, recognizing Carol Chang and Guan Da Zhang. Let's give another round of applause for the class of 2022. Jonah! It takes an incredible effort on the part of many people to have a successful graduation ceremony. In particular, I would like to thank the following for their help this afternoon. Senior Class Advisor, Ms. Susan Friend, Mr. Bill Verity for arranging and conducting this afternoon's music, Mr. Norb Niederer and the Plattsburgh City School District custodial staff for preparing for the ceremony and cleaning up after it's done. Mrs. Avis Misik and Miss Gabrielle Rose for the hours they put in as secretarial staff to create the programs, order all of our supplies, and countless other tasks that they perform for us in preparation for today's ceremony. Yes, thank you. At the conclusion of the ceremony, the stage guests will exit, followed by the faculty and then students. Please allow all of the graduates to exit before leaving your seats. And now, I proudly present to you the class of 2022. Not yet, not yet. I certify to you that they have fulfilled the requirements for a diploma in accordance with the guidelines established by the New York State Education Department and the Board of Education of the Plattsburgh City School District. Could Jonah Baker Flora and Siri Sorensen please come stand in front of the stage? At this time, I would like the graduates to stand so they can express one final symbolic gesture of class unity. As members of the Plattsburgh High School class of 2022, please move your tassels from the right to the left side of your cap to signal your transition out of high school and to represent the next step on your life's journey. Ladies and gentlemen, it is my pleasure to present to you the PHS Class of 2022!
Should we exit now? Should we go or not yet?
Yeah, we can go. As we proceed to exit, thank you all for sharing this moment with the class of the 2022. This concludes our ceremony. Thank you.